say that I was a lot as a child is truly putting it lightly. This is how I used to enter the classroom every day in 6th grade. I'm a theatrical dancer! Like, if you didn't know, the joke was on you. A few weeks later, called the radio station, and I said, "Everybody say hey!" And my class said nothing, and they told on me. This one's my favorite. It pretty much defines the essence of who I am. I went down to the office because it was my turn to do the morning announcements for the entire school. I vividly remember the secretary holding the phone to her chest and saying, "Just say it normal, okay?" And I said, "Okay." And I took the phone and I went, "Good morning, Bicentennial Elementary!" Let's not forget about the time that I told my entire class that the F word meant hello in another language. So, yeah, that was a doozy.
I was just brushing my teeth and my dad was watching me, and then I started brushing my tongue and he was like, "Damn, you going way back there, aren't you?" Oh my gosh, he's a trip. He doesn't even realize what he said.
Oh, this is probably a good time for me to tell you you're just a friend.
So Dylan, I'm gonna give you a little rundown. There's the Instagram girls, and then there's my girl playing with a stick.
It's funny when transphobic people come onto my page and are like, "You know what, I can tell that you're transgender." I'm like, yeah, I can tell too. There's a lot of dead giveaways. Welcome.
Oh my god. There are so many shirtless men out there right now. Oh my god, I am thirsty!
Wrong.
Growing up in a small, southern, conservative town, over time you kind of accept the way things are and the way they'll most likely always be. As a gay kid, I never thought it was a possibility to come out while still living here, let alone stay here and get married to a man. I never thought I would one day be raising kids with my husband in the same house I grew up in, a house I lived my entire childhood, where I spent so much of my time hiding who I was from the world. In a weird way, it almost feels like a do-over to make up for all those years that I chose not to be my true self. Regardless, my time in this house before me and PJ bought it back was filled with love, warmth, and security. Our hope is that our foster kiddos feel the same while they're here. Growing up in a small, southern town, I never thought my life would look like it does now. But shouldn't I have always known this house was the beginning and end of everything?
Can somebody please tell me why my straight, engaged to a man sister looks more like a lesbian than I do?
When you compliment her and you tell her how pretty she is, and then she's like, "No, I'm not pretty, no. Bitch, I said I wanted to be in between your legs."
I love being an uncle. It's a very important role that I play in my life. I cherish each and every one of those kids, and I need you to know that because I'm about to say a lot of terrible things about one of those kids. So first of all, I say uncle, even though it's a very male word, and I'm a genderless unicorn. But I do that because there's no satisfying combo of aunt and uncle. There's no Brangelina Brexit portmanteau for aunt. Like, what am I supposed? Uncle, right? The untuncle. What are we? No. Unclant? No, thank you. I'm liberal, but there are limits. If any of you go by untuncle, I love that for you. I'm gonna stick with uncle.
This my baby, and ain't nobody finna touch him.
So I think the best example of instant karma I've ever witnessed, or just the stars lining, was me and my godfather were in a cafe now. My godfather is not my actual godfather. He wasn't at my christening, but he's my godfather. Anyway, we're sat in the cafe and we overhear someone say, "Oh, I'm so happy it doesn't have any of that gay propaganda." What she meant was rainbows, because it was Pride Month. And she carries on talking to her friend. She's like, yes, I'm so happy there's a cafe in Hastings that doesn't have any of this homosexual agenda. So my godfather walks up to her and he says, hello, I couldn't help but overhear what you were saying. And she goes, yes, well, I know, it's just they rub it in your face all the time, don't they? All these gay people. To which my godfather said, ha, yes, I see what you mean. Well, I'll tell my husband you like the way his cafe is laid out. And I've never seen anyone get up and leave a shop so quickly because they were so uncomfortable than she did.
So I hopped on the I hate straight men trend when one night I was at a bonfire and the straight guy looks at me and he goes, I don't care if you're gay, just don't hit on me. So let's not forget that when I was straight, I pulled prettier bitches than you ever could. Son, I have a six-pack and a fat ass. You have a beer gut. Son, I have a face people pay to look like. You look like you've been hit in the face with a football. Son, I have a skincare routine. You have a dip in your lip. We are not the same. I am still a 10 and you are still a 3. I will develop a porn addiction or will start taking Viagra and getting with beautiful women before you ever get the luxury of getting with me.
Listen, I know a lot of lesbians who get a little upset when a straight girl finally gets tired of her boyfriend and she's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be a lesbian. But I'm like, fuck yeah, you wanna be gay? Be gay, bud. Shit ain't easy, but you're thinking about it, right? So you're already halfway there. Join the fucking dark side. We got rainbows, parades, and crippling depression. If you want it, we got it.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, son.
What you got there?
Big old ball cat.
One time, my friends stuck me out of work early. They told my manager that I was a family emergency, and this was not my idea, by the way. They wanted to go to a party, but I was dressed up in my Popeyes uniform, and I was like covered in chicken and stuff, so I said I didn't want to go. And so we stopped at my friend's house so I could change clothes and take a shower. But none of his clothes fit me, so I had to wear his little cousin's clothing. So I had a button-up floral print shirt and these really tight shorts. And then we got to the party and it was really like redneck themed, I guess. But I'm from Texas, so I should have like expected better, you know? We were walking up to the party, we were not even there yet. And this one redneck saw me and he said, look at that queer. And then it got worse because my friend got drunk and started telling everyone at the party that I was her gay friend. And I remember thinking maybe it was karma for letting my friends get me out of work early.
So my ex told me once that the reason she started talking to me was because when we were in class together, I was super quiet and I didn't really raise my hand, and it made me seem really intimidating and mysterious. And I'm wondering at what point she figured out that the reason that I never spoke in class was because I have crippling anxiety, and the thought of actually raising my hand and speaking out loud in class made me want to yeet myself straight off the side of a building.
I saw this on TikTok and now I'm gonna see if my husband can get it. Read this out loud.
Alpha Kenny body. Oh, Jesus.
I don't take compliments well. I just don't, right? You give me a compliment, I'm gonna be like, nah, or shut up or something, right? But we went to this bar one night in Albuquerque called FX. It's fantastic. If you haven't ever been, drinks are great. Anyways, it was my turn to buy the round, so I was up at the bar, and this man came up and he goes, boop, and he bumped me with his hip. And I was like, can I help you? He's like, I'd like to buy you a drink. Like, okay, you can buy me a drink if you want. Just to let you know though, I'm not gonna go home with you because I don't roll that way. He's like, that's fine. He's like, I'm not buying you a drink because I won't take you home. He's like, I'm buying you a drink because how your ass looks in the jeans. And when I tell you I blushed, boy, I couldn't even formulate words. All I could remember saying was, I was like, stop.
So you're 13 years old in this photo. And you're how old?
25.
Teacher outfit check. Show us your favorite teacher outfit. Your trendiest teacher outfit. Oh, yes, girl. A teacher outfit that's super comfy. A teacher outfit you never got to wear this year. Oh, such a bummer. Your favorite way to style a punny teacher tee. Your favorite teacher dress. Twirl, sis. And a teacher outfit you wear when you oversleep.
All right, here's a story time with the guy that I duetted yesterday.
So he Snapchat me, and I sent him something like really stupid back, like this or something, and I don't know. He was like, "Why no selfie back?" And that's when I realized that he was only Snapchat me because he thought I was cute, and I didn't like that because I don't like thirsty people. So I was like, "Why would I send you one back?" And he was like, "Well, I'm pretty cute," and I was like, "Okay, like I'm not the type of gay that'll grab any chance they get at another gay person. Like I have standards," and he didn't like that. So he called me ugly, and he said that his exes look better than me, and I was like, "Okay." And my friend took the phone and said something to him, and he was like, "Shut the fuck up, fat bitch," and I was like, "Oh, so he's fat phobic." So I was like, here, I'll just show you what I said.
Just begging me to Snapchat you back. What the fuck?
One thing that you don't know about me is that you say that, like, you don't even know my type. Bitch, you don't know mine. I'm way out of your league, my guy.
So,
I was with my boyfriend the other weekend.
and he just got a new house. So it's my job to make the house look all nice and pretty. But the thing is, when you have a boyfriend that's basically a straight white male but's into dudes, you run into a little bit of trouble designing wise. We were at a store, and I say, "Hey babe, go pick out a rug that complements your couch." And he said,
Okay, what about this one?
"No babe, a brown rug does not go with a brown couch." "But brown is brown." "What do you mean? Brown goes with brown." "No babe, brown and brown do not go together." "But why? Brown matches brown." "No, you cannot have a brown rug and a brown couch. It's just wrong." And then I said, "You need a white or a light gray." So we found a rug, and then I proceeded to spend 50 minutes trying to find pillows. The end.
So the other day I was hiking with my mom, and then we passed by a group of gay men, and then she makes a snarky comment, and then she looks at me and she's like, "So you're gay, right?" And I'm like, "I mean, like, I've told you before, yeah?" And she's like, "No, but like you're really gay because you've been acting really gay." And I'm like, "Acting gay? Oh, it's my jewelry, isn't it?" Like, and she's like, "No, you have an awful track record. You've only been dating girls." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that too."
Did you know it's not actually a crime to accidentally run into Trump 2020 signs? It's not my fault. I'm gay. I'm a bad driver.